So on Tuesday of this week, there was a vote, and I went and voted. I didn't talk much about it before I did it, and I'm not going to talk much about it now that I already have done it. But I see already the battle raging over whether people are going to vote for Biden in 365-ish days or not. I want to remind everyone that this is not a conversation that anyone should be wasting their fucking time on right now. In a year, we could have built solid infrastructure of genuine resistance to what we know is going to be happening regardless of who is going to be president. Or we can yell back and forth at each other about whether or not we are going to vote and for whom. People's initial response is always to get mad at me when I say protest isn't enough or voting isn't enough. And it's because people aren't thinking about it strategically. They aren't looking at the evidence we have from really, really recently. We have been protesting. We protested so hard in 2020 that they literally started having to build cop cities because they know what we can do when we are motivated to protest. But also, what did those protests lead to in terms of structural change? Nothing. And me saying that is not saying they weren't important. Me saying that is saying that we have to be more strategic because we are playing against people who have a plan, who have strategy, and who have power. And it's the same thing with voting. This is the only conversation a lot of people, especially college educated people who think that they are the smart people in the room. But all they know is vote and protest and call your Congress people. And that is not, nor has it ever been, enough to make change in this world. I've made some offhanded comments about how we're already living in a theocracy because of what the makeup of the Supreme Court right now. And that is going to remain true. We can argue about how it could get worse if we don't vote for who or whatever, or we could acknowledge that we're already living, based on the laws of this country, under a situation where people who have Christian fascism essentially as their like main way of thinking, they're the ones who have the final say in the law of the land right now. Just today or yesterday, I believe, our president said essentially there is no chance of a ceasefire in what we know to be an ethnic cleansing. And you can go and find video. You can see for yourself people marching with their hands in the air away from their homes towards an uncertain future because they have been